everyone and welcome to my channel. Yes, you can home educate. I'm Jenny, home educating mother to 6, and today I'm going to be talking to you about how to get started. This will be the first of a series of videos that will cover various topics that will hopefully help you to get started and give you the confidence to get started on your journey to home educating your child. So today I will be covering the legal position of parents who wish to home educate their child, and I will be speaking specifically for England, which is where I live, but it's very similar across the whole of the UK. Having said that, I can't stress enough how important it is that you research it yourself, go and look at the government website for your country and find out what the rules are, because obviously what I'm telling you today is correct for the time of recording, which is May 2023, but if you're watching this in the future it may not be. So it's really important that you look at the information that is current for you and for your area. In the UK, us parents are responsible for the education of our children, not the state, and it is a legal requirement that our children of compulsory school age receive a proper education. That does not have to be in the school system, it can be at home. And I will read you the piece of legislation that comes from. And I've got this from the government website, and I will put the link for the English government website. The link for this particular document is quite useful. There's a lot of really good information here. But the piece of legislation comes from Section 7 of the Education Act from 1996. It provides that the parent of every child of compulsory school age shall cause him to receive efficient full-time education suitable to his age, ability and aptitude, and to any special educational needs that he may have, either by regular attendance at school or otherwise. And it's those two little words at the end that cover us and give us the right to educate our children in our homes. So that means that we are choosing to privately educate our children. The consequences of that are we don't get any funding to help us. But if that's what you've decided as we have, and if you can do it, the rewards really outweigh the disadvantages of not getting any funding. And I think there are ways to balance that out, because you're not having to pay for uniform or transport or other things. But yes, then you have to find budget to pay for however you choose to educate your child. So, having said all of that, what do you do? What does that mean? Well, if your child is not yet a compulsory school age, so they're not yet 5, then you don't have to do anything. You don't have to tell anybody. You can just get on with deciding how you're going to educate your child. Start looking into resources, start researching those things, and just get on with it. Now, some people do choose to inform their local authority, and they choose to do that because you can get some help and guidance. Other people are a little bit more wary because there have been instances of overreach from the local authorities where they might lead parents to believe that they have the right to come into the home, interview the child, look at work that the child has done, and they don't have the right to do any of those things. The only thing that the local authority has the right to do is to check that the parent is providing education to the child, and it does not even have to be the national curriculum. So you might choose a different curriculum. You might decide that you want to provide your child with a classical education. Some people are unschoolers. Some people might choose some online curriculum or a Christian-based curriculum or whatever. there are different curriculums. It does not have to be the national curriculum, but the LA do like to see, the LA is the local authority, they do like to see evidence of literacy and maths at a suitable level for the age of the child. But let's remember what I just said. If your child hasn't reached school age, you don't even have to tell the local authority. You can just get on with educating your child without interference. If your child has already started school, and that was the case with us, my children had gone to school for some years, and we decided to take them out and educate them at home, then we did have to inform the school. Actually, legally, you do not even have to inform the school, but they advise you that it is sensible to advise the school, because the school needs to know why the child isn't attending anymore. So it's common sense to inform the school in writing that you will be withdrawing your child from school to home educate them. The school does not need to give their consent at all, but the school does have the legal requirement to inform the local authority. So if your child is already in school and you withdraw them to home educate, your school does need to tell the local authority, and then the local authority will contact you, and that's fine. My local authority have been absolutely great. They did contact me. I think I got a letter, and I just informed them that I wanted to keep communication in writing. I didn't want phone calls, I didn't want visits. You do not have to accept visits or phone calls from them if you don't want to. There have been instances in some local authorities where the education officer has either been misinformed themselves or led parents to believe that it was a legal requirement that they come and check the house or check their equipment, or even come and speak to the child, interview the child. And I think that the local authority did offer to come and interview us and speak to my child as well. But as long as you inform them in writing, which I did, I said, I know my legal requirements. Thank you for contacting me. I'm really happy to keep communication in writing. They were very respectful of that, and I've never had a problem. They will send you forms and ask you to fill them out regarding your home education plans. And again, you are under no legal obligation to fill those out, and I didn't. I much preferred to send them my own home education plans, which I did, and they've been really supportive and happy with everything I've sent them year after year. And that, I think, will be for another video, and I can explain about how I present my plans to the local authority. And I do that once a year, and it's no big deal. I do it for each of my children that I'm home educating. I know of people that do that who year on year say nothing has changed, we're continuing the plan, and the local authority are happy with that. So as long as you know your rights and they know you know your rights, there is no problem. One really worthwhile website that there's tons out there, but one that I would direct you to is the Education Otherwise website, mainly because they provide some really good templates to help you write your letter to your head teacher if you do have children in school that you want to withdraw. So, just to recap, you absolutely have the legal right in the UK to home educate your children, and you are responsible for educating them, and you need to ensure that you do give them a proper education for their age, from all the compulsory ages, schooling ages of 5 to 16. If they're not yet of compulsory school age, you don't need to do anything. You just can get on with home educating your child when they turn, whenever you want to. You can start early if you like. You can, but from 5 onwards, you are supposed to start educating them. However that looks to you, however you find suitable to you. Again, it does not even need to be the national curriculum. And let's remember that in reception year 1, a lot of the learning is through play. So it is up to the parent to decide how to suitably educate their child, and you can just explain in your plans once a year, or by filling out the forms they send you, how you do that. So if your child is not school age, you don't have to inform anybody. If your child has been in school, has already been enrolled in school, you just write a letter to the head teacher informing them that you're going to withdraw them, which you have every right to do, and you withdraw them. And like I say, I will put links to a website where you can find some great templates in the description. Obviously there are tons of templates out there and websites, so you know, obviously you can do your own research, but I recommend this one. What else? I think I've covered everything there. So I hope that's helped, just to make things a bit clear about the legalities. I hope I haven't rambled too much. But do go and look at your government website for your area. Do have a look at the Education Otherwise website that I will link down below, and I will link specifically to those templates. And I look forward to seeing you in the next video, where I will be carrying on with this series of topics that will help you get started. If this was helpful, please give it a like and subscribe, and see you next time. Happy homeschooling.